Hello everyone and welcome back to Line Sand, where we discuss all do matter and where my predictions are appreciated. I'm your host, Samuel Torres, and I hope you all have a great day. Today is March 18th and we're getting closer and closer to the showcase of the Immortals, WrestleMania. But before we get to WrestleMania, we have one last pit stop at Fastlane, which will be available this Sunday on the WWE Network and Peacock TV. While we still have SmackDown ahead of us, I feel now is the best time for predictions before everyone else claims that I copy theirs. I will be going over the matches that are official only and will be occurring, so for matches added afterwards, just know I would have predicted the right winner anyways. Let's start with the first match, the Women's Tag Team Championships. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler will be defending their titles against the turbulent Bianca Belair and the SmackDown Women's Champion, Sasha Banks. The tag team champs have been holding it down recently and show no signs of losing their titles soon. However, you cannot bet against Banks and Belair. Banks needs no explanation. She is the SmackDown Women's Champion and is untouchable. Combine that with Belair's hot run as of late, and there is a case for them to win. However, I believe there are two factors that can lead to the current champs to retain. One being Reginald and two being WrestleMania itself. Reginald has been a thorn on Banks' side as of late, and now that he is partnered with Nia Jax, who knows what he'll do to make sure Nia Jax retains. Additionally, you have Belair, who desires to become SmackDown Women's Champion, and I do not believe Belair would give up an opportunity to be a tag team champion, but I also believe she has more her eyes focused on Banks' title. Because of those reasons, I have to say that Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler will retain. Next, you have an interesting matchup between Shane McMahon and the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman. And I call this interesting simply due to how it all started. Braun had been fed up with being humiliated by Shane McMahon and wanted to take matters into his own hands. Unfortunately, it kind of backfired on him because last Friday night, Shane McMahon flat out embarrassed him. And knowing Braun Strowman, he will make sure that Shane McMahon gets his hands and that Braun gets a redemption that he knows that he deserves. So therefore, I believe Braun Strowman will win in a fast and a brutal manner. Next, we have a, how should I say this? A fiery match between Alexa Bliss and Randy Orton. Ever since The Fiend's fiery demise, Bliss has made Orton's life a living hell. Last Monday, Bliss mocked Orton and challenged him to a match for this Sunday, claiming that if he wants to end this, he has to end her. Orton, not being one to lose an opportunity to get his revenge, took up on her challenge. To decide the victor is a difficult one, for Randy has an arsenal of attacks and Bliss is cunning and quick. Yet part of me feels that Alexa Bliss will end up with the win. We have seen her channel some sort of inner fiend power and take out her opponents. As odd as this match is, I believe Alexa Bliss will win. Next up, we have Sheamus, who will be going against the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre. Their matches on Monday Night Raw have been nothing short of incredible. These two titans have been putting their bodies on the line like the gladiators they are. I will keep it short and sweet. Drew McIntyre is on the path to regain his WWE Championship, and no one, and I mean no one, will stop him from achieving that. Drew will win. Next, we have Apollo Crews taking on Biggie for the Intercontinental Championship. Apollo Crews' new attitude has made him the superstar I knew was always inside of him. And I'd be lying if I didn't say that Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns had something to do with it. Yet, you can't count Biggie out. Biggie declared that passionate and ruthless manifesto towards Apollo Crews. With good reason too. He got sidelined after Crews' vicious attack. The winner of this match is as blurry as a zippy supercar. And as much as I believe in Biggie, I have to go to Apollo Crews. He will be the new Intercontinental Champion. And lastly, we have the match that in itself is a WrestleMania caliber match. We have Daniel Bryan, who will be taking on the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, for the WWE Universal Championship. Before I can even start with the predictions, we need to discuss how this all started. It all started with Daniel Bryan successfully winning the Elimination Chamber match. Afterwards, he had to fight Roman Reigns, and while he did lose that match, he trapped Roman Reigns in a yes lock, and it almost seemed like he would have won. But Roman Reigns powered out and beat him. So after the loss, Edge would enter in the ring and spear Roman Reigns, who would declare himself as his opponent for WrestleMania. Daniel Bryan, unsatisfied with his loss, best said, he would go on to pursue the title once more because he believes this could be his last opportunity, or at least his best shot at it. He would go on to beat main event Jey Uso in a steel cage match, which secured his title opportunity at Fastlane this Sunday. And now here is where things get interesting, because after the heated contract signing last Friday Night SmackDown, where Bryan declared himself as head of the table and mocked Roman Reigns as his family, Jey Uso would declare himself as special enforcer. But Edge would appear and suggest that Adam Pearce, a match for this Friday, should be made. Jey Uso versus Edge. The winner will be the special enforcer at this Sunday's match. So you see where the difficulty in predicting this match lies in. Because if Jey Uso wins, surely he'll do all he can to keep Roman Reigns as champion. Or perhaps he'll turn on his cousin and help Bryan steal the win and the title. But what about Edge? Who would he prefer win? Would he rather take on the WWE's best superstar and prove that even though he's been gone for 11 years, he is the best? Or will he go for an easier route, in my opinion at least, and take on Daniel Bryan? However, my job is to predict, and predict I will. Edge will win this Friday to become a special enforcer. Then, on Sunday, Daniel Bryan will win the Universal Championship and will go on to main event WrestleMania, which will end up being Edge versus Daniel Bryan for the Universal Championship. It is a bold claim, I know, but we do not do anything tame here in the Lion's Den, and you guys know that. Well, there you go. Those are my predictions for this Sunday's Fastlane pay-per-view. What are your predictions for this Sunday? Leave them down below in the comments. I really want to know, because this pay-per-view is so loaded that it could really change the course of WrestleMania. Anyways, folks, thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you all this Monday. I am Samuel, the one-man crew, and I hope I have kept you entertained all the way through. Adios.